Hello, the bold and the beautiful fans. Welcome back to another deep dive into the tangled web of secrets, betrayals, and power struggles that make the bold and the beautiful so addictive. Today, we're delving into some of the most shocking developments in recent episodes: Lee's growing regret over her assumptions about Luna's parentage, Finn's struggle with a devastating truth, Poppy's desperate attempts to keep the past buried, and the explosive conflict brewing between Remy, Bill, and Luna. Secrets never stay hidden for long in this world, and the consequences of these deceptions are about to reach a breaking point. Let's break it all down in the most detailed and complete analysis yet. Lee's guilt. A shift in perspective. Lee Finnegan has always prided herself on being a woman of logic, discipline, and integrity. When the truth about Luna's supposed parentage came to light, when she believed that Luna was Jack's daughter with Poppy, it confirmed everything she had feared about her ex-husband's betrayal. It was another humiliation, another reminder of how deeply she had been deceived. But as time passed, something gnawed at Lee. Luna wasn't at fault for what had happened between Jack and Poppy. She was innocent. And as much as Lee wanted to direct her anger at Poppy, she couldn't ignore the fact that she had been treating Luna with coldness and disdain, something that had begun to weigh on her conscience. She started seeing Luna in a different light. The girl was kind, respectful, and clearly struggled with the pain of being caught between her mother and her estranged aunt. For the first time, Lee considered apologizing. She had been harsh. Maybe too harsh. Perhaps Luna deserved a chance to be accepted. But then, a truth far more devastating than she could have imagined threatened to shatter everything. Luna wasn't Jack's daughter. She was Finn's. Poppy's desperation. A truth that must never come out. For years, Poppy had lived with the secret of Luna's true paternity. She had built her life around keeping it hidden, knowing that if the truth ever came out, it would destroy not just Finn, but also her daughter, Lee, and Steffi. Poppy had always been the kind of woman who found ways to survive. She knew how to handle difficult situations, how to smooth over conflicts, how to make people believe what she wanted them to believe. But the secret? It was the one thing that could bring everything crashing down. She could see it in Finn's eyes, the guilt, the conflict, the way he hesitated every time he was near Steffi. He was struggling, and that terrified her. "You have to keep this to yourself," Poppy told him, her voice urgent. "Telling Steffi won't just hurt you. It'll hurt Luna. It'll hurt your family." If Lee finds out, Finn didn't need her to finish the sentence. He already knew how catastrophic it would be. Finn's struggle, a secret that could destroy everything Finn had built his entire life on: honesty, trust, and doing the right thing. He had never imagined himself capable of keeping a secret like this, especially not from Steffi. But here he was, paralyzed by fear, unable to confess what he knew would shatter everything they had built together. Every day, the weight of the truth grew heavier. Every time he looked at Luna, he saw the undeniable connection between them. And every time he looked at Steffi, he felt the crushing guilt of what he was hiding from her. He had tried to tell her. He had come close so many times. But every time he opened his mouth, something stopped him. The fear of losing her. The fear of breaking his family apart. The fear of becoming the kind of man who kept secrets. But secrets had a way of coming out. And Finn knew deep down that the longer he waited, the worse the fallout would be. Remy's return. A man with a dangerous plan while Finn struggled with his moral dilemma. Another man was stepping back into the shadows of Los Angeles. Remy. Remy had made enemies in this town, powerful enemies. The Forresters, the Spencers, and yet here he was trying to carve out a new path for himself. He turned to Deacon, hoping to get his old job back at Il Giardino. But Deacon was hesitant. "You've burned a lot of bridges, Remy," Deacon said, crossing his arms. "Why should I trust you now?" Remy met his gaze without hesitation. "Because I have nothing left to lose." Deacon studied him for a long moment before sighing. "You're gonna have to prove it." And prove it he would. But Remy had another plan in mind. One that could change his fortune overnight. A fateful meeting. Remy, Luna, and the opportunity of a lifetime. One night, while taking on an air conditioning repair job at Bill Spencer's mansion, Remy stumbled upon something unexpected. Luna. She was there, living in Bill's house, in a way that suggested there was more to the story than met the eye. At first, Remy didn't think much of it. But then, the gears in his mind started turning. If Luna was living under Bill's roof, and Bill was keeping it a secret, why? More importantly, how much would Bill be willing to pay to keep it that way? It didn't take long for Remy to piece it together. Luna wasn't just staying with Bill. She was connected to him in a way that Bill clearly didn't want the world to know. Remy had leverage. And in a town like Los Angeles, leverage was worth its weight in gold. Bill's dilemma. The cost of keeping a secret. Bill Spencer had built his empire on control. He had faced threats, scandals, and power struggles before, but Remy's sudden appearance in his orbit was something he hadn't anticipated. Remy knew something, and that made him dangerous. Bill could see it in the way Remy looked at him. The way he lingered just a little too long, the way he seemed to be calculating his next move. "What do you want?" Bill finally asked, cutting to the chase. Remy smirked. "Let's just say, I think we can help each other." Bill clenched his jaw. He knew a shakedown when he saw one. The only question was, how far was he willing to go to keep Remy quiet? Luna's role, innocent or mastermind? Through it all, one question remained: was Luna a pawn in someone else's game, or was she more involved than anyone realized? Did she know about her true parentage? Had she made a deal with Remy? Or was she just another victim caught in a web of manipulation and deceit? One thing was certain: the moment of truth was coming. And when it did, the fallout would be catastrophic. The calm before the storm, the battle lines have been drawn. Finn is standing on the edge of a confession that could destroy his life. Poppy is fighting to keep the past buried. Lee is on the verge of discovering a truth she could never forgive. And Remy? He's ready to use the secrets he holds to turn the city upside down. The only question is, who will survive when the truth finally comes out? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on the bold and the beautiful. Until next time.